Hello YouTube, this is the Dragonheart, and the Dragonheart is me coming to you today to talk about the Elden Ring DLC trailer that came out a while back. Just got a few things that I noticed here and there that you may not have, and a few theories I came up with. Please comment in the section below to talk about the different theories. Here we go. So first thing I wanted to go over is Mesmer the Impaler. Now he, without question, is very similar to Radagon. And with that theory in mind, how is he related to Millennia? And I apologize now if the image is blurry. So you can see here that both of them have a very similar face as well as different features, including the hair. Not the color, but rather the style. And when it looks close to the ends of the hair, it looks very similar. With this in mind, I believe that they have a relationship similar to Marika and Radigan, in that they are two beings in one body. This is only a theory, and until we actually get the DLC, I can say no more. Now, moving on to point number 2. Now, originally when I saw the DLC video announcement, I instantly thought that Radigan's eye was that of a frenzied flame eye. I did not have the technology to zoom in and see that it was a dragon eye. That being said, he could still possibly use the frenzied flame attacks in another stage of the battle. Unfortunately, I can't prove anything since most of the attacks that we got in the commercial are similar to the blood incantations, especially the blood flame incantation seen here. I really have nothing to back up my theory about this. We'll have to see when the DLC comes out. The next theory I have is a bit out there, so I apologize in advance. So, without question, Mesmer is definitely beyond a reasonable doubt Radigan's son. The fire giant's crimson hair totally gives it away. But we do not have definitive proof of who Mesmer's mother is, other than the fact that he called Marika his mother in the commercial. While it is possible that he could be a sibling to Melania and Mikola, the point I am trying to make is, when was he born? Was he born even before the Erdtree even took root? Could he potentially be a child of some other mother and therefore declared a bastard? This theory comes from this picture. Notice the woman, and especially how she's holding her stomach like that. Now let me pull out another picture and compare the two. First off, I do not own this portrait. I am just using it as a reference for historical portraits. Now, notice the way that their hand is being held over their stomachs. This is usually a clear indication of a pregnancy. I am not saying that this woman in question is Mesmer's mother, but she is clearly pregnant with a child. And they made it a point of showing us this portrait. My theory with this is, and this is why Mesmer is here rather than the lands between. Is it possible for Mesmer to be a bastard son of Radagon and some other woman, or more likely, the bastard son of Radagon and Marika before they were both consort and queen? Could it be possible that Mesmer was actually the first child of Marika? And if so, since she was not the queen at the time and the Erdtree did not exist, could Mesmer not have received the gift of grace, or was he rejected by the greater will? This would actually make sense why he hates the Tarnished so much and why he hates Marika for lordshipping Sanction Us. Because he could not become the Elden Lord or the heir of Marika and is forced to remain in the Shadowlands rather than exist in the lands between. I guess we'll have to wait for the DLC. Also, one minor mini theory that I came up with when I was making this video, going back to this portrait, could that possibly be Marika's mother and father? Give me your thoughts down in the comment section below. The last theory I have has to do pertaining with why Mesmer could possibly be in the Shadowlands rather than being in the worlds between. So this theory comes from multiple things that I noticed throughout the Elden Ring game. And spoiler warning, though probably everyone has beaten this game by now. The first being that in certain places of Lane-Dell, you'll notice that in certain areas it is covered in ash, as you'll see here. The source of which is only confirmed after you've burned the Erdtree and collected the Rune of Destined Death. Another thing is that there is a painting in the Volcano Manor that shows the Erd tree had been burned in the past. Another small bit is that if you look at the color of the flames, they're very similar to Mesmer's. The last thing I want to bring up is that when you go to the Grand Lift of Rold, you actually find a finger reader that actually tells you that burning the Erd tree is the first cardinal sin. From the way that it's stated, the first cardinal sin, it means that in the past that someone had to have burned it beforehand. From this, I can deduce potentially that Mesmer actually attempted to burn the Erd tree. And since it's a common theory that Melina had already attempted to burn the Erd tree, and that is why she is a spirit to you, could she somehow assisted Mesmer in his attempt to burn the Erd tree? And that is why she has all the burns all over her body. I don't know. Again, these are only fan theories that I have after watching the commercial. I really don't have proof, and maybe we'll learn something when the DLC comes out. Please like and comment at the bottom here to tell me what you think about my different theories, and I hope everyone's excited for the DLC. As always, have a nice day.